right, ball here. Let's get into what you've been really preaching about lately.
Oh, yeah.
Men's health, gut health.
Take my jacket.
Don't take it off.
It's the fact of us as men. I can say black men, but I don't really know about our other counterparts. We don't go to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
We do not. Something has to happen to you to make you really go to the doctor. I was one of them people too, until I found out I had diabetes. When I found out I had diabetes, I almost went into a diabetic coma. And I went to the hospital and didn't know what was going on. Doctors came in and told me if I would have went to sleep, I probably wouldn't have woke up.
Oh, wow.
Because that's how crazy my blood sugar was at 1,200.
And what's the norm?
The norm is like 1 something.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was at 1,200.
Oh, wow.
My vision was blurry. And it was my birthday. It was my birthday weekend. I had a whole birthday. And my cousin right now, man, love him to death. He took care of me and nursed me back to health. Tony Batchelor was so mad at me that night because he kept trying to get me to go to the emergency room because he knew something was wrong with me because I was moving different. But I had a birthday party one place, had a party here, and the last thing was at the 50-yard line. And we're in the 50, and he trying to get me to go to the emergency room. And I'm like, man, just let me get through this little party, get my money. People coming in, seeing me, and they looking at me like, man, what's wrong with you? I was like, man, I don't feel good. I'm tired. I'm just telling them that.
Mm-hmm.
But my boy Danny at the time, his ex-wife was like, I think she was a nurse. And she was like, get him to the hospital. He's about to go into a diabetic coma. They didn't tell me that, but Danny came over there. DJ Dan Tanner, if you're listening, he said, hey man, you remember when we was in high school? I used to make sure we was cool. You jump on anybody that tried to do anything to us. I was like, yeah. He said, man, you don't get up out here and go to the hospital. We finna
jump on you. Right, we finna jump on you.
Like, man, wait a minute, hold on, what you? So I get in the car with my cousin and we go. And I didn't think it was that serious. I just really thought I was tired.
Exactly.
Because that whole weekend was crazy. I was pissing like a racehorse. I would eat food, be sleepy and tired. I couldn't wait. I was waking up some crazy hours of the day. And when I get to the doctors and they tested my blood sugar and everything, they said that's what it was. They was like, man, you was gonna go into a diabetic coma. So I think I stayed in the hospital for like a week. And when I got out, my mother, my sister, and my cousin, they all got together, cleaned my whole house out of everything else I was eating.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they did that, I had to change how I ate at that time.
Gave you a reset.
Yeah, it gave me a reset. And that's when I start really going to the doctor. And one doctor told me something that made a lot of sense even after all that happened.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Mr. Phillips, if you don't get yourself together, your move ain't gonna work. And I was like, what you telling me? I just moved into this apartment. He said, no, you don't get yourself together, your penis ain't gonna work. I said, why y'all don't got that on billboards?
Right.
Y'all know that to get men lining up at the doctor. If you gonna tell me about that, and now my stuff ain't working because I done ate a Snicker. And I'm at my girl house, she think I'm cheating on her. Y'all gotta do better explain. So
you ate a Snicker and
I
turned
done
to a
got
Slinky.
over that part, and I got to dealing with the diabetes. But then, as time went on, because of how this food is, how we ain't knowledgeable of what we eating, I found out I had heart failure and high blood pressure. What it really kicked off in the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I already had diabetes, but I had diabetes and I had asthma. I hadn't had an asthma attack since I was 13. Diabetes was the only main thing that I was battling with, and I had just got a hold of it. At one point in time, my AC1 levels back to the regular 4 something or 5 something, where they could damn near take you up off the medication and you can just take care of everything with your diet and with exercise. But then when the COVID hit, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm the first comedian to catch the COVID. D.L. Hughley caught it, but he fell out and his name was bigger than mine. But when I caught it, I was on the news in Chicago and Atlanta. I didn't know what was going on. I almost passed out at the airport. Coming from Chicago, it was my 50th birthday celebration. I get to Atlanta, and I had to call my wife and be like, hey, I think I got that shit that they talking about. She's like, what shit? I said, I really can't tell you because I'm around a lot of people.
Right.
I said, but I'm real weak. I've been sweating and I don't know what's going on. So she said, well, all right, well, you're gonna get your ass in this back seat and I'm gonna take you to the emergency room.
Right.
I get in the car, she got all the windows down. You know what I'm saying? I went to the emergency room. They told me that I had strep throat. Now this was, let me tell you how early on this was. When I left Chicago, my birthday event was the last event before they locked everything down. Then one night we went to the club, it was in Geno's, and they was like, all the clubs are finna be closed at 12 o'clock.
Exactly.
It's finna be locked down. We don't know when they open it back up. People were
Right.
like, what? So everybody was coming out. It was one lady in the club with a mask on. And we sitting over in the corner, laughing and like, what the hell wrong with her? She a doctor? I said, hey, baby, you got surgery after this? What you doing? Not knowing she was up on it like Michael Jackson was a long time ago.
All the way up on it.
So I go, and when I get to the hospital, they tell me I got strep throat. I went home, and I quarantined myself to the front room where the TV was, and it was close to the kitchen. One day she came in and was like, come on, we're finna go to the emergency room. I'm like, why? She said, you sitting up and you ain't breathing right. And what happened was the fluid from my lungs, I was drowning in my own fluid
Right.
and didn't really know it. And went to the emergency room. They had to get me straight, but the COVID screwed up, it compromised my immune system and everything. So anything after that, I had been ill.